Hey you, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, L to the D to the L to the D to the L to the D to the Ladessa. And you spell that Ladessa. What's good? How are you doing? You're new? Thank you so much for being here. It's a family. It's kind of like polyamorous. everybody's welcome. It's a little compound we got going over here. So why am I here today? I have kind of thought of different things that I could do makeup wise that would be interesting. And one of the things that I was inspired to do is something I'm sure that's been done here. I'm not even going to try to get all deep on it, but I'm not going to be necessarily mixing high-low products. But have you ever purchased something and then once you get it home, you're like, I already have that? And I think most of us are saying that about every single palette that has dropped over the last couple of months. It is just a rearrangement of colors that you already have. There may be a different formula. One may be a little bit more creamier, or maybe a bit more powdery. Yes, more a bit powdery than the other, or it may have a little hint of sparkle or glitter, satin finish, matte finish, but I've got that color already. So what happened for me and what prompted me to think about doing this makeup application is when the Bad Habits Divine palette came in. And I opened it up and was like, I've been playing in it. I have all of these colors. Somewhere, somehow, in the 27 other palettes that I have. And I was going through all of them and just kind of looking to see where the closest matches were in a particular palette's color story, and lo and behold, it is in the newest release from Juvia's place, the Afrique palette. Juvia, can we please get a mirror? Everything else about your palettes are on par. The pigmentation is popping, the names are right here on the palette, but if you could just provide me with something to increase my vanity, that would really help me out. The color story on these two palettes are pretty similar. When I swatched to see what the matches were, I found 3 colors that I'm going to do on each eye and see how close they come and are they the perfect match. So that's what I'm going to do with my eyes, and then with the other materials or makeup rather that I'm going to be using on my face, I'm going to be using 2 different foundations, 2 different concealers, powder, setting spray, primer. Everything is going to be from 2 different brands. So let's go. And I have grown, oh my god, thanks to the ladies of Aging Gorgeously and another group that Miss Lulu has, Beauty YouTuber Growth. My channel has grown so much, and I'm just so thankful. All right, so I'm going to use Hestia. I believe that's the name of this right here. I'm going to use this as my transition color. I did play in this, and it does have, you know, if you're familiar with the Bad Habit palettes, there's a lot of kick up. So I'm just going to pack it on to kind of reduce some of that. But they are very, the colors are so pigmented, you can't even really be mad about it. And I want this to be really, really rich. I'm going to use 2 different brushes for each eye. Alright, so as you know, when I come on and I'm doing a full face, I like to kind of get into the thick of talking about other people's business. And you know what? I was one of the people that was willing to forgive Jeffree Star. So now I'm going into Juvia's Place, the Afrique palette, and I'm going to be using Bentu. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. This color right here. Is it focused in? And this is Juvia. This is why we need a mirror, okay? Yeah, I was willing to forgive Jeffree Star, but you know what? I've had just about enough of him. I'm sure you all have heard about the way he went off on the young lady Michelle Dye. She's a YouTuber, pretty successful YouTuber from the Philippines, because she wanted to start a segment on her channel called MD Approved. And he just went all out and went off on her, calling her all out her name. I'm not one of, okay, let's talk about this. I don't play that bitch shit. Excuse my language. Hey bitch, I don't play that. That's not cool. We're not doing none of that. None of my friends are bees, because the first time that a man calls you that, then you're gonna be ready to fight. Like, I don't play that. That's not a word you play with. Like, you bring that one out when you really, you know, when it's time to really go in. So he was calling her all out of her name, and it, oh, oops, habit. wrong eye. So this is the Juvia's Place eye. This is the Bad Habit eye, and that was there wasn't really anything on the brush, so I was okay. And he was saying that the Jeffree Star Approved is, he has a copyright on it and all this other kind of stuff. And I'm like, hold on now. Alright, so I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer to prime the bottom portion of my eye on the Bad Habit side. You don't have the word approved. You don't have the patent or the cornerstone of that word. Like, who do you think you are? And Here for the Tea and Mark Loves Tea, they all searched to see if it really was trademarked, and they couldn't find no record of it. And so what is your deal with women of color, dude? Like, I'm done. I'm done with him. I'm done. And you have not changed at all. All right, so I'm going to take the Too Faced. That was the, I'm sorry. That was the Fit Me in Tan to prime this eye. And now I'm going to use the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer in Chestnut for my Juvia's Place eye. Who else do I want to talk about? Oh my God. Alright, so this isn't beauty related. This is just entertainment related. Stevie J and Faith Evans are now officially a couple. And they have a new song out. And I'm not mad at it. I want to be mad because the crackhead love situation that is going to come out of that union is going to be a total mess. All right, so at the lid, I'm going to use AO right here by Bad Habit at the bottom portion of my, on the Bad Habit eye. But the song is just, if you are from the 90s era or appreciate 90s R&B, it is just, oh, Stevie J, God dog it. Every time you want to, I'm just going to pack this in. You want to just be done with Stevie. Then you find out why he is the draw that he is. I mean, his vocals are still there, the production is still there, and the song is actually really good. But the and then they were talking about having a baby. I'm like, come on now. Come on with the foolishness. Nobody wants to see that. And Stevie, you are already in trouble as it relates to child support and foolishness as it is right now. So please don't go have a baby. And Faith, you are 40-something years old. Them eggs are, I'm sure, to be scrambled. And apparently, oh, I didn't even tell you which color this is. I'm sorry. This is Kofi. Right here on the Juvia's Place Eye Kofi. Those eggs, I'm sure, are so scrambled. Uh-oh. So far, I'm going to zoom in and you all tell me if there's really a difference. Not much, right? I have to stay focused, stay focused. So it's interesting. I'm going to be interested to see the foolishness and tomfoolery that comes from that union. So for the brow bone, I'm going to go into, let's see here, I'm going to go into Ascension. This one right here. Juvia's Place Afrique palette didn't have a brow bone color that really matched. So I'm going to go into MAC All That Glitters. And that is going to give me the same kind of look for underneath my brow bone. I just hopped off and put my liner and lashes on off camera. So now we're going to get into the foundation application. The primer that I'm going to use for this half of my face is from Makeup Revolution. It is their Pro Base Blur Primer. And this is supposed to be their answer to the Yves Saint Laurent Eclair Blur Primer. And it's got the little, I don't know if you can see, but it has like the little kind of gold flakes in it that the Yves Saint Laurent primer has. All right, and then here's Yves Saint Laurent. Now the texture is a lot different in between these two, and of course I'm just blending that out on that side, in the middle I mean. But of course the Yves Saint Laurent is a lot bouncier, and it appears to have a bit more kind of like moisturizing agents in it, and it just glides on a bit smoother. Where this is the Makeup Revolution seems to be a bit more maybe mattifying. I don't want to mess up my eyebrows, but I kind of want to get, all right. On this side of my face, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in Chai. And I'm going to be using two different sponges. The perfect match that I found for the Too Faced Born This Way Chai is actually Maybelline's 24-Hour Super Stay Foundation, and I am in 355 Coconut. Are you seeing a difference? I'm not. Oh, dang it. Habit. Habit to just go over where I see where I missed the spot. But I want to be honorable in what I say that I'm doing. So where I have my darker hyperpigmentation on each side of my mouth, I'm going to go in with just a little tap of each brand. Make sure I keep these separate. Alright, so for concealer, I'm going to use the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in Chestnut on the Maybelline side. Initially, the Fit Me concealer seems to be um, a bit more pink, maybe. But when they dry down, they really look the same. So you see? All right, just purchased this, and I heard some really great things about it. So for the, what side is this? Yeah, for the Maybelline side, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Beauty Shield setting powder, and it has a nice kind of yellow tint to it, just like the other one that I'm going to use. All right, now I'm going to show you what it looks like. This is a first impression, so I hope it's nice. All right, ooh, that's nice and pretty. Let me feel it. This is the e.l.f. powder, and I'm going to use that on the Maybelline side. No, I want to use it on the Too Faced side because I'm going to use the Too Faced powder as a comparison or as a perfect match. So I'm going to use the e.l.f. over here. So the Too Faced powder is a little bit more yellow than the e.l.f. But the setting, I feel confident is going to be the same. What do you think? All right, so I don't like my powder to come too far down. So I'm going to take a little bit of foundation on both sides and kind of even this out. So the highlight is just like on each side, just right in here. As you can see, if you can see, I'll pull it down. I have pink liner on. Well, it's actually lip liner, but you know, makeup is interchangeable. I have a pink liner down on each eye. For this eye, for this eye right here, the Maybelline side, I used a e.l.f. lip pencil in hot pink. On the Too Faced side, I used a MAC lip liner in magenta. This is the MAC eye, so I'm just gonna kind of thicken that up a little bit. Alright, so now we're going to go back into the palettes and smoke out our bottom lash line. I'm going to use two different brushes. Alright, so I'm going to use this right here to smoke out my Bad Habit eye. Looks like I'm going to have to wet my brush for this because it's really powdery. In my Afrique palette, I'm going to use this color right here, Togo. Right? Yeah, okay. And just to be safe, it doesn't look like I'm going to have to spray it, but I'll just do it just because I sprayed the other one. Yeah, that came out a lot better than the Bad Habit eye. Oop, oops. Almost violated the challenge. We can see which one is a lot more pigmented. The Bad Habit is not as pigmented, but same concept. All right, we're going to use the BFF3 from ColourPop on my bottom lip. And then I'm going to use the, where's my NYX? Okay. Then I'm going to use my NYX liner in brown for the top lip. Okay, that's not a perfect match because this is a lot darker. Alright, so I'm going to use this lip gloss that I got in my Onyx box subscription for the month of July. It's called it's by a company called Starlooks, and the the name of it is called Let's Make Out. And then this Wet n Wild, that lipstick that I purchased just while I was out, it is 530D, called Dark Pink Frost, and they were the closest in match that I could find. So one's a lipstick and one's a gloss, of course. Duh, I told you that already. I guess not. They're not really the same, but they look the same in hue when I chose them. But so let's go ahead and put this at the bottom. All right, and then I'm just gonna use these same brushes for each eye. This is the Bad Habit brush, and this is the Afrique brush that I use to smoke out. I'm just gonna use these same two brushes to highlight the inner corner of my eye. I'm gonna use Angelique for the Afrique side. Juvia, I really need a mirror, like, stat. All right, and then for the Bad Habit side, I'm going to use this this color right here called Freesia, right here. and it is very powdery and glittery. I'm gonna just spray. A lot. So I can get the desired look. All right, so now I'm going to we're gonna set this all off. For the Too Faced side, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Oil Control Primer Mist, and for the Maybelline side, I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. So now I gotta make sure I do this right. Okay. And this is actually not the one that I wanted. I wanted to use the De-Slick. So let me go grab that one. All right, so this is the final look. What do you think? Is it a perfect match? This is the Too Faced and Bad Habit side. This is the Maybelline and Afrique side. I think we did that. All right. So before I go, as I shared with you throughout this video, that this channel has grown so much thanks to the ladies of Aging Gorgeously, and thanks to the ladies that are in the Beauty YouTube Growth group. I talk about the groups that I'm in all the time, but a lot of those groups aren't as engaging, and they're really not about the support that they say that they are. But these two groups have the ladies have embraced me. The ladies and gentlemen that are in this group, they have embraced me. They've helped me grow, and they've shown me so much support, and it is only right that I do the same. And so check out this iCard right here for my Share Bear, Sherri Ward, and head over to her channel. One of her videos will also be in the description box, and let's just grow this thing together. Share Bear, I love you. And to all of you, I love you so much. Always remember to pack light, because bag lady, bag man, you and me too, we're gonna hurt our backs dragging all them bags like that. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Let's talk about this look in the comment section, and I'll see you on the next one. And you new twos, I'll see you too. You new twos? Yeah, you new twos. I'll see you new twos on the next one as well. Bye.